What's up, guys? It's me again, Christian Rodriguez, and today I'm going to talk about why full body workouts are king, right? And I'm going to tell you a bit about myself. So, I've been training full body for the past about 5 years, right? I've been doing it for 5 years. I remember during COVID, the gyms closed. I started doing HIIT training, right? And I also, like a year after COVID, maybe when the gym started opening up, I started training combat sports, right? And naturally, those types of training sessions are full body based workouts, right? And the thing is, before COVID, I was doing bro splits like chest day, back day, arms, legs, upper, lower. So I've experienced both, and I can compare them honestly, right? And this is the thing. This is what I noticed of myself when I started training this. When I started training full body, I noticed I was getting in great shape without spending 2 hours at the gym, right? I noticed full body was more time efficient, right? It kept me better conditioned for combat sports. It, I first of all, I developed more of a lean type of physique, lean muscle with functional strength, right? And I wasn't looking like a bodybuilder, but like more of like an athletic type of build, right? My endurance improved, right? Because obviously, if you're doing Muay Thai, boxing, jiu-jitsu, hit workouts, you're constantly doing cardiovascular work, right? And that means like I burned a lot more body fat. And naturally, with hit workouts, you burn more body fat as the day goes on, right? With cardiovascular work. Also, another key thing, right? My legs, people used to give me shit for my legs being skinny, right? And I would work them out. When I did the bro split, I used to always work out legs like once a week, right? People would still give me shit for it. And I was like, I don't understand what's wrong with it, right? But my legs grew significantly more. They actually started looking muscular. They started looking athletic looking, right? And the thing is, it's because I was training them in a full body circuit instead of just killing them once a week, right? I don't I do not have a lifter's physique. I'm not trying to be a power lifter. I'm not trying to be that, right? The thing that I noticed though is that I'm in much better shape than most people that I meet, right? And I live in a big city in Chicago. I'm also from New York, which is even a bigger city. And I'm telling you that I'm usually in better shape than most people that I meet. And the thing is, right? Full body, right? It let me hit the same muscle daily, right? It let me hit it daily constantly instead of hitting it once a week. And the thing is, the more frequently I trained my muscle, the more it developed. And this is something that I really used to like struggle with. I used to like dread leg day, right? I used to hit it like once a week when I did the bro split. But now I just hit it every session. And it's not a big deal to me. It's just another workout for me. And I didn't cram it into like one brutal workout, right? And it made it that which used to make me skip leg day. I'm gonna get more into that later in the video, but I just wanted to mention it here. And the thing is, why full body works, right? So muscle protein synthesis lasts about 48 hours, right? If you train a muscle once a week on bro splits, you're literally growing it once a week, right? With full body, you stimulate the same muscle group, right? The same muscles that you work out in full body, right? It stimulates growth 4 to 6 times a week. And that naturally leads to better results over time, right? So you grow the muscle more the more you train it, right? So the frequent compound lifts like bench, deadlifts, squats, leg press, rows, stuff like that. You hit those more frequently, it increases androgen receptors density, testosterone response, growth hormones, and recovery signals, right? And I promise you, this is not bro science. If you don't believe me, look it up, right? This is well documented. And now you guys got ChatGPT, so you guys could definitely look it up. But the next point, right? Full body creates a more athletic body instead of a bodybuilder's body. Because I know it's a common stigma with the gym. When people think about getting in shape, people picture a power lifter. At least that's how I pictured it when I first started, like taking the gym seriously, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with bro splits, but this is personally my opinion on it. Bro splits, first of all, bro splits are designed for bodybuilders, right? And it's designed for you to isolate like a muscle, right? It's designed to isolate like maybe like a bicep to get bigger biceps, to get bigger quads by isolating that, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. But full body is designed for like functional strength, for power, for athleticism, for explosiveness, right? And a balanced physique. So you don't have like a strong upper body and skinny legs, which I used to have. That's the thing, and it trains your entire body the same way that athletes would train it, right? If you look at NFL players, they have insane physiques. Why? Because they naturally work out full body every day because of their line of work. Another thing that I wanted to like mention with you guys is full body, right? It aligns with human evolution, right? Like think of our ancestors, right? In the old days when we were hunter-gatherers societies and we weren't going to fancy gyms, we weren't doing fancy power lifts, right? We weren't doing bicep curls on rocks or whatever we were doing bicep curls on. Our ancestors, right? They often hunted, they climbed, they sprinted, they fought, they carried things, they traveled long distances. Their entire lives were full body workouts, full body training sessions, right? Without trying, right? It was just like a lifestyle. And naturally that built a certain look, a certain physique, right? And the thing is, the modern full body training like naturally aligns with how our ancestors used to train in the old days, which was they weren't really training, they were just living life, right? And if you train like a combat sport, right, obviously you don't have to be training combat sports, even though I always like encourage it. But if you're training combat sports and you're conditioning, right, combat sports is naturally a full body workout. It's naturally trains the entire body. It even trains like little muscles like in your neck, especially if you're doing grappling like jiu-jitsu, even Muay Thai, you're getting your head pulled. You need a strong neck. You need strong legs. You need strong hips. You need a strong upper body, right? For different ranges of motions, right? It's all like unpredictable depending on the situation, right? But full body, it just trains every muscle in the body with combat sports. And that's the thing, full body spreads the workload, so no single muscle gets annihilated. And it helps you recover faster. So if you're doing a strong leg day, or like a really strong chest day, right? And then you do jiu-jitsu the next day, it's gonna be brutal, right? It's just you're almost gonna risk injury because you're overworking yourself, and it just doesn't. They don't work together too well. I've tried it; it doesn't work too well when you do both of them like at the same time. And that's the thing with HIIT workouts, right? If you're looking to like burn fat, you're looking to become more lean, have low body fat, right? Have like a shredded physique. HIIT training, right? First of all, it boosts your metabolic rate, so you burn calories throughout the day, even when you're not training, right? That was a big reason why I did HIIT, and it was very time efficient. Remember, I would wake up at when I was in New York, I remember I would wake up at 5 in the morning. I would do like a 10, 20, sometimes 30-minute HIIT session, shower, and then go to work. It was very efficient. I would do it every day, and I was in amazing shape. I wasn't spending 2 hours at the gym. Right? And the thing is, right, there's a psychological benefit too to full body training, right? This is what I noticed with bro splits that I commonly struggled with, right? And I know a lot of people struggle with this. And that's, I think bro splits naturally encourages you to skip legs. And here's why, right? I'm not saying that it encourages you to do it, but I think the way it's designed, it makes you use more discipline and motivation to do legs, right? First of all, leg days suck. If you have if you've done bro splits before, right? And you have a leg workout on on Thursday, right? Every Thursday you have a leg workout, leg day, right? So you Monday comes along, you do chest. You love doing chest. It's very fun, chest and triceps. I remember I used to do that. And then the next day you do back and buys, right? And then the following day you do shoulders and traps, and it's amazing. You're like, I love this, right? And then Thursday comes along and you're doing legs. You're like, you hate it. It sucks. You're killing your legs. You're doing like 7 different leg workouts. You're destroying your legs, which it's very good, but at the same time, it's easy to skip it. It's easy if you feel off that day, motivation fades. So if your motivation's out of the roof, if it's gone, you're not gonna want to hit legs. It's one of those things that you're just not gonna. You're more likely to skip it, if you know what I mean. Like, I remember I used to struggle with it. Some days I would skip it. I would be like, oh, let's do something else. And I've known a lot of people that would choose to do chest again instead of legs. And that's how a lot of people get chicken legs, right? Because they straight up skip legs. And with full body, you don't really have this issue. With full body, maybe you hit legs, you do 2 leg workouts, right? For me, I would do 1 compound lift, like Zercher squats or leg press. And then I would do my full body, the rest of my full body routine, right? I would do Zercher squats or leg press and RDLs, which is Romanian deadlifts. And then I would do the rest of my full body routine. And it's very doable. I'm not killing my legs, but I'm still training them, right? And I still I'm still able to train the next day. I'm still able to do jiu-jitsu the next day or Muay Thai. It's perfect for that, right? And I have a bonus here. I added a bonus to it. And if you guys weren't convinced by it, women actually prefer a guy with an athletic, lean physique, right? Versus someone with a bodybuilder type of physique. And there's nothing wrong with a bodybuilder physique, but this is just proven that women prefer this. They prefer the athletic look, right? The strong, lean, balanced, functional, full body look. It just looks better on men, right? And there's nothing wrong with the big, bulky look, but it's kind of overkill, right? You're most likely, at least I noticed it myself in the past, you're more likely going to get compliments from other men than women, if we're going to be honest, right? In a conclusion, right, on why I think full body is king. Full body training gives you time efficiency, functional strength, fat loss, right, because you're training more at a higher frequency, right, endurance, athleticism, faster recovery, body adherence, better looking physique. Also another thing, explosiveness if you do combat sports. And that's the thing. I'm not trying to be the next Mr. Olympia. I'm not trying to be the next Arnold, right? Which, hey, I love Arnold. I have his book. I haven't read it yet. And Arnold's great. But I'm not trying to be the next Arnold, right? I want to have a capable, healthy, athletic body. That's what I want to have, right? And the thing is, I still get compliments for being jacked and in shape, right? Even though I don't look like a power lifter. And that's the thing. Full body naturally makes this easier. And I didn't write it down here, which I should have. But when it comes to time efficiency, I notice, obviously, I have a busy schedule. I'm working on my business. I have other self-improvement things I'm focusing on. I do make time for reading. I do make time for other things, right, that I enjoy. And I cannot spend 2 hours at the gym. I cannot be spending 2, 3 hours working out, doing bro splits, lifting. With full body, I could just do the workout for an hour, maybe an hour and a half if I have extra time, and then go home. It's just more efficient. And then if it's a HIIT workout, I could get it done quickly. I could get it done, I've mentioned it earlier in the video, 10, 20, 30 minutes, right? And that's really it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found value in this video. If you did, subscribe. I'm going to keep creating more content. Take care.